Now, I don't know the real name of these types of bosses, so I'm just gonna stick with chasers, or pursuers, whatever you want to call it. What gives these enemies quality is their ability to put you on edge the whole time while the creativity still applies. Also giving you a good chase, obviously. Now, enemies like Kronos who just give you a small chance through the entire encounter or battle do not count. But if an enemy can't be killed, so running is your best option, then feel free to be higher on this list. Oh no. Forget I said anything. Also, I want you to remember that this is my list, not yours. So any differences you have are cool, as long as you don't challenge me to war with them, obviously. Then you are silly and should probably eat a Kit Kat. After all, a countdown is based on one's perception, and if you try to fuck with my perception, it's like trying to blind me. And you don't want to blind the beast. Warning. Contains one of the last missions of L.A. Noire. What? I only just recently played this game and I was laughing my head off all the way through this chase. Until I died. The reason I chose Bulldozer Man was not just for a laugh, but also because it has something quite unexpected for a Rockstar game, with sandbox elements applied to it. You know, I could add any escape from authorities in either Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead Redemption. But hell, better to just whip out your bazooka, innit? So basically, this chase involves Jack Kelso...
You say one more word about him and I will blow your fucking head off!
...running away from a guy who works in construction to where a man died from a collapsing building. Kelso... I will blow your fucking head off! Shut up! ...is investigating the site, and the foreman seeks to kill anyone who seeks to find anything out. All Kelso has to do is shoot to slow him down, then run to a telephone to escape. Bob, sort your fucking toys out.
No.
I think you predicted this one being on here, right? Except for more vehicle drivers trying to kill you, this chase tends to be more fast-paced, and the truck implies that it wants to reenact the Roadkill Hedgehog. King of the Road! Now we know. No, I'm not gonna say it. No, I'm not a man of 100 references, okay? The gun truck from Sonic Adventure 2 is, to put it in a nutshell, careless, damaging streets and attempting suicide just to catch one hedgehog who you think stole a Chaos Emerald. And it has great nostalgia value to playing my favourite 3D Sonic game. Yeah, I prefer this to Sonic Adventure 1, sue me. But what makes this truck even more deadly is seeing it in Sonic Generations. A longer chasing scene, and it has circular saws attached to it. Yeah, mate, you suck. Heavy Rain. Such a tearjerker, an action-packed game from start to finish. But like I said, I want chases that can put me on edge. Ones that can make me slip up and get caught. So running from Lieutenant Blake and his goons can end in whatever way you want it to. Or if you fail to do one, the other one will happen. Which is also something that differentiates from regular chases, hence why it's on this list. Either way, if he gets caught or not, the story still adds up. The only reason this does not make it any higher on the list is because Ethan's fall is very illogical. It's like he has a rubber body or something, and it's more dramatic than actually being caught because there's no game over screen.
Scythe.
Spider-Man faces Venom. Venom is a powerhouse. Enough said. Then Carnage, who's far more powerful and more insane. Then someone who's already a supervillain, absorbed by the symbiote. There is no way of taking this beast down. Monster Rock, coming from the most popular Spider-Man game, Spider-Man on the PS1, now has no control over himself. Whereas before, he only had a bit of control. The place is collapsing and you have to run from this wanker. He can outrun Spidey, who also has barely any space to swing on his webs, and smashes through every security breach blocking his way without any trouble.
This thing's unstoppable!
In conclusion, when you get two of Spider-Man's top villains together, you got a case on your hands.
Quit.
Alright, we're in this cave, which apparently gives you nightmares. You fight off little Mikes from Monsters Inc. Then suddenly... Top Cat, who's ambiguously a ghost, pops out. Then begins to try and ingest you. I played this when I was a kid, and it gave me a bit of a scare. I mean, look at this. You're sliding down, and a border of a dribbling mouth with sharp teeth intends to eat you. What made it hard were the obstacles which immediately slowed you down, and the bite which took you right back to the start. If I made a confusing boss list, this guy would definitely make the cut. He tries to eat you, then disappears, then reappears, then throws fireballs, then creates weird pirate skulls for you to use as platforms to get closer to him, then flees to a platform further away, repeats this process, then offers you gold. Next, please. For this list, I would have picked Justice from House of the Dead 4. But seeing as he just grabs you when he's close enough to you, and that it's easy to break his grip. As a chaser, he doesn't even come close to the Empress. What makes a chainsaw chase so scary is when they move slower, and there's hardly anywhere to run. Strength may look like a freak when it runs, but Empress seems like a smarter hunter. You look away for 1 minute, the next minute she's trying to dismantle the ground you walk on. Remember, chainsaw addicts, proper planning prevents poor performance. Big tip, never go to the research lab. At first, the Regenerator from Dead Space seems possible to kill after completely dismembering him. But no. It becomes a cell and goes on the verge to make sure you're dead. And not just dead, disemboweled. If being in a locked room with it isn't enough, it will crawl through vents and other stuff just to hunt you down. It's very distracting as well when his friends come to join the party. So when you kill them, you forget where Cell ended up. Alright, I'll stop calling him Cell. I was an idiot for forgetting I could slow him down when freezing him, which is a way to kill it. Until you encounter it a second time and the way to kill it is with a shuttle engine, which scientifically would burn his cells, ceasing them to function. Oh, Isaac, you lucky bastard.
3.
Now I know what some of you might be thinking. SAX is stupid. Well, that's just because people mess around with it. Read this quote and see why I picked it.
The SAX, an enemy with my strongest abilities. But does it have a reason? Probably not. It's just a killing machine. In my current state, I can't face it head on. The SAX is me, only heartless. I must stop it before it learns its potential and threatens the universe.
This is a disturbing Samus close-up. Yeah. And seeing as Samus is already a great bounty hunter, SAX is an almost indestructible bounty hunter. Able to keep at the same pace as Samus, also having the same ranged weapon as her. For these reasons, Samus needs to stay clear of it. However, it seems like it can mimic Samus to only a certain extent, like not being able to do power bombs and such, thus having it perceived as stupid. But then again, you've got to remember that it's a parasite. Therefore, it doesn't think totally rational. Also, the chases were a challenge, which is what you expect from a Metroid game. So, yeah. Awkward ending. Yeah. I think. Okay, we get it. You're a little bit dazed. But all jokes aside, Nemesis is definitely the best bioweapon in the entire Resident Evil franchise. In its normal form, it's unstoppable as it will chase you through the whole game. And you thought that with one eye it would fail. Well, play the ending and you'll see that its mutation is more of a fail in terms of strength. What ranks it higher than SAX is really the whole look. The fact that it chases you through the entire game.
No way! How did he find me?
And its ability to run with a big-ass bazooka. Not to mention the bazooka is a deadly weapon in itself. Although obviously due to PS1 standards, Jill doesn't die. But who cares, Nemesis is fucking awesome, you twat! Seriously though, Nemesis is an amazing villain for its ruthless perseverance and good hunting skills, which leaves you terrified for your life while surviving a bazooka blast. But who cares, Nemesis is fucking awesome, you twat! Nobody should have predicted this. I mean, it's right there, staring at you, exposing your fate, making your death seem inevitable in seconds. Oh, what's that? You broke a mirror? Bad luck for 7 years. But oh wait, you broke a condom too? 18 years! The Dahaka is proven through fact that it is the ultimate chaser. He's the physical manifestation of the inevitability of fate, as quoted by Wikipedia.
What?
Getting involved with the Dahaka is like falling out with the Godfather. The message that you cannot escape your fate is written all over the walls. Also, the Dahaka doesn't need a ranged weapon. It's ready to impale you with its tentacles. Do not draw that, you perverts. And if you want to include the worry of being caught, how does the changing colour of the screen sound? And how he seems a lot like a shadow walker? And what's the fate delivered to you by the Dahaka? Disintegration! Just go with it. One thing I have to question is the need to reverse the speech of it. It just sounds as brutal as when played normally.
You cannot escape your fate.
So I think it's without doubt that the best chaser in the universe itself is death. I'm also glad that the Dahaka remembered that Sam doesn't kill time, the prince does.